Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video I'm going to talk about narcissistic abuse, or some kind of abuse, verbal, mental, emotional kind of abuse, and people who are different. Okay, I'm not even liking using the term different, let's say special, but I would say not in a good way, but because of the narcissistic type, the abusive type, the toxic type. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a problem. Okay, now I don't want to give examples of what would make a person different. It seems like it would be practically justifying why people bully them. Nobody should be bullied for no reason at all. But yeah, kind of like the narcissistic, even the histrionic. See, I'm not diagnosing, but in my life, the people, they had the some behaviors of being narcissistic and histrionic. I call it a blend. And the ones I've seen, excuse me, the ones I've seen, they, when they would bully somebody, now there was no reason. It's just, to me, my thoughts on that would be one of the reasons, or might not even be one of the reasons, but these are people who don't want anybody else to have anything different that would stand out. They want to be the center of attention. So anything that, if somebody that, didn't ask for whatever that made them different, but it is, they will pick on them. They'll bully them. They'll try to make them look bad. Okay, there's no reason for it. But they're childish, a bad child. Not all children are bad, but a bad child wakes. They're very immature. They just don't. They don't want anybody to have the attention, to be on the spotlight, so they bully them and so forth. They have to get the attention back on them. So even if it's bad attention. That's more of a histrionic, I think. Okay, now about the people who have been bullied, and I think many of us maybe can relate to this. It's not something that just ends right there. If there is something that is different about you, very different about you, does it ever stop at childhood? Does it go on through your life? So you, in a way, sometimes if you go somewhere where there's a lot of people, that maybe there's one of them, at least one. There's always that one, in my view, that's going to be a bully, and they might feel that need right at that moment, to bully you. That's, to me, that's not being paranoid. That's being experienced. Now, I think it's bad to go out always worried about what people are going to say about you, how they're going to look. Is somebody going to pick on you? But some people, they know it. They know that there's a big possibility that people will stare or just make negative comments. Even children will. They know that. It's been their whole life that this has happened. So I wouldn't classify them as paranoid. Having paranoia. Nothing. It was, like I said, experienced. They know the score. Otherwise, I would think they would be quite delusional. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to admit the truth. They're going into denial about it. Nope, they're not going to admit that this is their life and this is how it's going to be, that this is going to happen to them. So, yeah. Okay, and of course, some people who have experiences can develop a disorder, or maybe more than one. But that's to be diagnosed by their own healthcare professional, whether it's their doctor or their licensed professional counselor, not somebody who's, life coaches can't diagnose, at least not here. But somebody who's an actual professional that has studied it and can diagnose from the DSM. Okay. But yeah, I think that they could. Of course, I think they could develop, maybe like avoidant personality disorder, anxiety, one form of anxiety or another, panic disorder. I was diagnosed with panic disorder when I was young, but that's probably for a different reason. I was actually diagnosed, with it, and an adrenal disorder. Both actually diagnosed by professionals, and two different professionals. But I can see people developing, for various reasons too. I mean, going out every every time that person goes out, somebody stares at them. And I'm thinking of this woman that I knew, but I'm not going to give any, like I said, I don't want to justify it, in a way, justify it, that why somebody would bully her, or somebody like her. But yeah, her attitude was, she had on a real beautiful shirt one day, and I told her, I said, that's a really nice shirt. And it was, I think, cashmere sweater, actually. And she said, yeah, she hoped that by wearing it would take people's, make people look away from what was her problem. Okay, and I don't even want to say problem. You see, I don't want to use those terms. Yeah, her difference. Okay. But I could, I could understand what she's saying, because I don't even want to say whether it's me, but I will. I'm tall. I'm a tall woman. And that's not any just reason, I don't want to justify, like I said, there's no reason for somebody to bully me, but when I go into a store and I look around and I'm the tallest person there and there's male and females, yeah, and this is Texas, I'm Texan, hey. Anyway, like I said, I really don't want to justify it, because no, nobody should bully anybody. But I could relate on that, because people do look at me, a really tall woman. So, anyway. But yeah, if a person's going to feel that every time they go out, they're always going to have people staring at them or looking at them or commenting something. These despicable people, these lowlifes, is what we used to call them, lowlifes. Bullies. As an adult, really, yeah. But yeah, some will say, someone who are narcissistic, abusive type, they never grow up. So anyway, this thought was on my mind. I thought I'd do a little short video on it. I want to start doing more for the people who have suffered something like this. Some might call complex post-traumatic stress disorder or symptoms of. I'm not diagnosing anybody. Anyway, yeah, I might do more like this. I am doing more like this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, though. If you want to subscribe to this channel and you haven't already, click the circle. If you want to, that pops up. If you want to watch another video on this channel, you click on the rectangles that pop up. Like, subscribe, comment, and share on your own social media if you would, and I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.